It's the Daily Talk Show, episode 914.
Happy weekend banter. Georgie Boy's here, Mr. 97. Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much. Good to be back. Good to be back. I love coming on Sundays, guys, because you're always in the best mood, so feeling good.
Mate. Thanks. It's, a hot day, heading to the beach. We were just talking about how GB looks quite tanned.
Yes.
And then obviously there's,
nothing healthy about a tan.
Well, that's what you guys were saying.
Mm-hmm.
I was flicking through Insta stories. Saw a girl I know at the beach this week and lying on her towel, and smack bang in the middle of the towel, sort of just almost, it's turned over, was a bottle of reef oil, which was, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you put that up. It's obviously you've had it. Reef oil. So back in the day, reef oil was, you're not using it for any SPF. If anything, it's like a 15 SPF, but it's oil, so your skin just absolutely bakes, and it smells coconutty. Like, it reminds me of family holidays back in the day, because everyone was on it. Everyone was on the reef oil. Mm-hmm. I remember a woman who would use baby oil for tanning.
Yeah, I think that was a common thing in sort of the 70s and 80s and stuff, like pre us existing. Yeah, and so I guess, come development of the world comes knowledge, and we work out that shit can't be used.
What is outrageous? No, well, so I'm on Priceline right now, and so there's Reef Moisturising Suntan Oil with coconut oil, SPF 6 times more sun protection than your skin naturally provides. No mess, no waste. How outrageous is that?
Less dangerous than the shit you get from the alleyway. This is pure.
To be honest, that marketing works for me.
Well, 6 times, the thing is, I get you.
So it's 6 times better than doing nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know about
wouldn't
that.
it be just infinitely better?
What do you mean?
Like, how much SPF is your skin? I guess maybe 1. Is that what they're saying? Your skin is one SPF.
Well, that's how they market it.
What does SPF stand for?
So sun protection factor. But what
I was expecting you to Google that, weren't you? Sun protection. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, mate, of course it is. No, but I think like SPF 50, it covers like 90. I think it's like 97% effective, or something like that.
Well, hang on. How does the number equate to the protection? Because, like, if you're at 100, is that 100%? So they're not percentage-wise. So 50 equates to, what's one SPF percentage equation? Can you work that out for us, Sebs? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, is it diminishing returns? Like, you sort of, like, if you have a 50 SPF... Is a 60...
80 is not going to... I don't think an 80 is going to be much... So, okay, here you go. So, SPF 30 and SPF 50, there's a little bit of difference with, like, broad spectrum. So, there's, like, UVA and UVB. Like, SPF 50 is a bit better at protecting you from both. But I think it's... SPF 50 is a couple % more effective. So, it might be going from 95 to 97.
Okay.
But if you think about it the other way, so there's 5% if you're at 95% effectiveness and you've gone to 97.
We've lost GB.
I know, yeah. That it's doubled in effectiveness, right? Because it's gone from 5% to 2.5%. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah. So everyone go back and watch the video of GB's eye. I know. Specific thing where it's just like, no, it's just sort of like a little bit sort of you're thinking in your mind, GB.
Yeah. He's just it doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah.
But anyway, reef is outrageous.
Gemma would be screaming at the computer at the moment. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I hope I got like 80% of the way there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean,
look, if you choose to use reef oil, that's up to you. Mm-hmm. That's on you. With the knowledge that we have, it's like if you choose to use a solarium now.
You're really asking for skin cancer if you're using suntan oil, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Well, I used them back in the day, both of them, solariums and suntanning oil. I had no idea. No one knew. Craig Harper owned a solarium. He talked about it on his podcast the other week.
Oh, really?
This was 25 years ago, legitimately before anyone thought there was any issue with it. Mm-hmm. And so he ended up binning it after he, started to understand what was happening. This isn't, 5 years ago. This is 20-something years ago that he was in that case. But you see how it's just such a shift for people.
Mm-hmm.
Such a shift.
Yeah. Guys, the acronyms, the words that we use day to day, I feel like I was watching a video where it was someone using all this lingo. It was like, all the different email lingo that we use. Yeah. But even things around just like all these weasel words like transparency or let's circle back or things like that. There was an email that I received for a calendar invite that said Josh. On a different one, I think it is, or is it the same one? Josh.
No.
000. I was like, okay, what's going on here? 000. What have they got planned? This. What have they got planned? So Jess has sent us all a calendar invite that says Josh 000. Did you guys know what it meant straight away?
I had no idea.
Not straight away, but not too long after.
Donuts.
Smart boy.
How long? 3 donuts.
Yeah, 3 donuts. Yeah, Mike Santos and 3 donuts. Where is? That's a very inside joke.
This is a stacks on Jess today, isn't it?
No. If you tell her that, she'll actually start cracking it with me. But do you know what it means, TJ?
I after working it out of office, but it's not like Jessie is. She's great at office banter and unfortunately office acronyms.
I've been out of the office for fucking 6 months. I think we need a new phrase, don't we?
OOW, out of workplace.
What about just annual leave?
That's true. AL.
I think annual leave.
Just write annual leave.
Yeah. Annual leave.
No, I was rattled. It reminded me. So Mum, who works at Specsavers, they recently brought someone new onto the team, and as a part of the onboarding, a 2.5-page thing on acronyms.
We could do this. Can you
get your hands on it?
Oh, that'd be great.
Please. Rub out their logo, put ours on it.
Could you at least get us a couple? Can you message your mum for a couple of acronyms, please?
Yeah,
so
sure.
By the end of the show, we can do that.
Okay.
Actually, the other thing, talking about families,
he lives with his mum, Josh. He can go to the other room and ask her.
No, so my brother James messaged me and said, Jake and Mum, terrible at trivia. I'm the one that's good at trivia. Which
okay. I like this.
So he said that he did say that the only trivia that he's not good with is music, but he said all the other music he's good with. And so what I said, all the other trivia.
Yeah.
And so what I said to him was, I was like, what about a competition between one of TJ's bros and you? And he didn't like that idea. I think it just sort of elevates it all too much.
It's like you don't like the competition, too much dick swinging.
Yeah, too much. There would be a lot of dick swinging going around.
The little peckers get found out.
And so, how do we feel? Should we try and FaceTime him now? He's
your bro. What's he gonna?
Can I play against him?
It's 8:45 p.m. in North Carolina, so it's perfect timing.
And how old's his bubba? How old's his baby?
I should know. Oh, I'm going to say 2.
Yep.
2.
No one's going to fact check you.
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
Maybe 1. Has she had a first birthday?
George 1 or 2?
Fuck, has she had
the trivia question to take you away, Josh. How old is your brother's baby?
Charlotte is
just 2, almost 2.5.
George, I don't know if that's right.
I appreciate the confidence.
How old is Charlotte? Brie
I would say 1 and a little bit. 1 and 3 months.
Yes. Yeah, she had her first birthday. Yeah. No, it's 1 and 3. It's like 18 months. No. Less, 14 months. Anyway, let's not get bogged down. We can ask. So we can call.
I'll ask just to make it out like you didn't know.
Charlotte is her name. She's very, very, very cute. James,
so are we doing trivia?
Yes.
Okay, great. Can I play, or am I not allowed to play?
You can play. Who's going to be in charge of... Sevs, have you contacted your mum for some acronyms?
Yeah, I've sent her a text. Nothing yet.
Okay. All right. So
did you want to do acronym trivia?
No, I think No, just general trivia. I think is good. Let's call James now and see if he answers.
Should we do the same questions as last time?
This is
no.
to hold the Janssen name high. Like if this goes bad, oh jeez, we call your dad.
I know, Richie. I don't know. Here we go.
Political.
Hello.
Oh, g'day, James Janssen. You're on the Daily Talk Show. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Yeah, good.
Hey, James, I'm here. It's Tommy. How are you, buddy?
How you doing, Tommy?
Good, man.
James.
How's Charlotte going? How's the little baby?
She's doing great. Yeah, she's doing really well. She's, I guess, 18 months old now, and she's doing awesome.
Well, yeah, we're trying to work out how old. I was going to say she was nearly 2, but she's not quite 2 yet. She's 18.
1.5.
1.5. So we were thinking it would be a good chance for you to sort of help the Janssen name by redeeming the trivia disaster that was last week.
Okay.
Are you okay with Mr. 97 asking some trivia questions and then you just seeing if you know the answer?
Sure, we'll see how we go.
Okay, great. Sebs, what do you got? If
Okay,
GB knows the answer, GB.
What's that?
So GB might know the answer, Georgie boy. If he knows the answer, once James says the answer, GB, you can say whether you think it's right or wrong, and then give another answer.
And come in for the steal.
Yes. Okay. And go for it, Sebs.
Okay, so this one has like A, B, C. Should we do that or should we just go?
No, multiple choice is terrible. No.
Okay, all right. What team won the first NBA game?
Ever?
Yep.
First NBA game?
Yep.
Is this in the combined era or in the NBA era?
This is what Jake did. It's a playback. While we're talking, what do you think? Can you just give us 2 different potential answers?
Okay, well, I'll give you 4 potential answers. Boston Celtics, Golden State Warriors, Philadelphia 76ers, or the New York Knicks.
So I'm going to say it's the New York Knicks.
I was going to
76ers. He's got, okay, well done.
George, you got it wrong.
Come on.
This is giving me anxiety. Okay, another one.
No, this is good. He's 1 for 1.
Okay.
Which country has appeared in 3 Soccer World Cup finals but has never won?
Whew. 3 Soccer World Cup finals, but has never won. Jeez, that's a tough one.
Phone a friend.
James, this is
it
not
one?
good
Hang
for
on,
us.
is it one? Is it one?
I mean,
Man,
do you want me to jump in or?
Yeah, please,
GB.
GB.
if GB has it, he can steal.
Yeah,
As a sports guy,
All right.
GB.
Yeah, give us a go.
I'm just going to say Russia.
Okay.
And Sebs, what's the answer?
No, it's Netherlands. I don't know where you got Russia from.
Okay, yeah, great.
Got it.
And we're
We'll
also part Dutch, so that's
That's
even
where you
more
got it.
upsetting. Okay, next
Away
one,
from
Sebs.
sport. Away from
All right,
sport, Sevs.
how many ribs are in the human body?
12.
17.
24.
24. 24.
Oh,
Yeah,
close.
12 on the
Oh,
side.
you got 12 sets of ribs. You got 12 sets.
on one side.
Oh, mate, I counted one side. No, the math does make sense in regards to the
No,
12
you've got
rows.
12 sets of ribs.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
12 sets.
12 sets. No, I
12
love that.
So is it 12
No,
sets of
like-
2?
Yeah,
A set
exactly.
is 2.
Which is 24.
Yeah.
A set is 2. You need 2
12
salts for a
sets.
set.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay, next
12
one,
sets.
Sevs.
Okay. What is the most common colour of eyes in humans?
Most common color of eyes in humans. I would say because the majority of the population in the world is based in Asia, they're more commonly brown-eyed. So I'm going to say brown.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was going to say brown. Okay, easy. He says.
Didn't need that much working out, to be honest.
No. I appreciated his thinking. I love that, James.
Okay, and
This is a great one. Okay. Which planet
Well, and
is
like
the
when
hottest?
you're on like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like they want you to like speak through your decisions.
There's no cashier. There's
Eddie doesn't just want like A and that's it. He
Yeah,
wants
sure.
to know like
the thinking. No, I get
Power
it.
move, though.
Yeah, it is. What else you got, Sevs?
Okay. Which planet is the hottest in the solar system?
Hottest in the sun. Well, I would think it's Mercury.
Yeah, I would say that.
Closest to the sun.
I'm going to say Uranus.
Yeah.
Venus.
Venus.
Really?
Yeah. And the sun
here
is
we
a
go.
star. So that's
One
that
more.
wasn't the
One more.
answer.
This is really good. Power outages in the US are most commonly caused by what?
Oh,
Whew.
lack of power.
I reckon
Oh,
it's...
that's tough. So my initial thought would be hurricanes, based on how often the southeast gets that. Or you could say lightning. It would be one of those two. So
I reckon it's going
I'm
to
going
be...
to say hurricanes. I'm going to go hurricanes.
GB.
I reckon it's going to be something
It's going
unnatural.
to be snowstorm. It's going to be snowstorm.
I reckon it'd be like farmers like mowing over the power line or something.
No way.
Not like dial before tractors. Dial before
Squirrels.
Squirrels.
What?
Squirrels is a good
I
one.
knew it was going to be something
No.
weird.
That feels less trivia and more sort of like something you'd see on a meme.
BuzzFeed.
No.
Yeah.
That's that's not true.
This is all right, well, can we just do two
Imagine
more?
arguing with Eddie Maguire, mate. Whatever you
that's
said
wrong.
is not true.
All right, two
All
more.
right.
Okay. Where is the Sea of Tranquility located?
Sea of Tranquility. That's on the moon, right?
Oh, he's got it.
Oh, well done.
Great one. That's actually
That's
great.
real good.
That deserves a round of applause. That one's that's very good. And so, what is the Sea of Tranquility? Do we have any more information?
Look, I think I'm Googling it now, but I think it's a little crater, maybe.
Just dust.
Or,
Yeah.
It's a lunar mare, M-A-R-E, that sits within the Tranquilitas Basin on the moon. The material within the basin consists of basalt formed in the intermediate to young age group of the Upper Imbrian epoch.
Oh, this is like SPF. Okay, and finally, the final question for the win for $1 million.
For what? Which kind of bulbs?
Well, I probably shouldn't phone a friend in my family, right?
That is correct.
All right. Which kind of bulbs were once exchanged as a form of currency?
Bulbs?
Soda bulbs.
Bulbs. Yep.
I think I know.
I would think it's probably like tulips or something, right? Like poppy, yeah, I would think that's probably the way to go. Tulips.
Yeah, it's tulips. Yep.
Yeah, well, that's very good.
Wow.
I was going to say the one daffodil was what I was going to lock in.
No one wants a
Would've been wrong.
daffodil.
Well, daffodils are quite nice.
Yeah. And don't worry, when you said bulbs, all I thought was light.
Yeah,
I
I
was
did go
Yeah.
to lights.
That was
just
where
now.
that's where I thought you were going.
Yeah.
So.
Well, trick question. Yeah.
Well, that was good.
You did well. You did well,
Oh,
John.
here we can we just do one more? I found another interesting one.
Okay.
Which country was the Caesar salad invented in?
Oh, Rowville.
Yeah.
So my guess,
Italy.
if I was to
Rome.
guess this, I have no idea. I'm going to guess it was one of those things that was like invented in the U.S. that is meant to be Italian or something.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably made at like one of those, like what's the Italian franchise in the US where they have like the breadsticks? What's that called? Can't remember now.
Olive Garden?
Olive Garden, yeah. It's got Olive Garden vibes. But I will lock in New Zealand.
That's a crazy guess, but
What's the answer, Sebs?
Mexico.
Oh, Mexico.
Mate.
They've got nachos. What are they doing?
They really cut it off, didn't they? They cut it off because they've got so much good shit. They're
I
like,
don't think-
Wait, are you contesting that one too, James?
no, I'm just,
be
I'm
so
just
annoying
wondering
at
why
the
Mexican
tennis.
Cantina never has a Caesar on its top of its menu.
I actually think Mexican Cantina does do a Caesar salad now. No, I think they definitely do a Parma. Yeah, they've had a big sort of. They've gone a little bit more general in their menu offering.
Oh
But,
boy.
they actually still. I'm just on their website. They've still got all the photos that I took for them. They do
1924 in Tijuana, Mexico. So
Wow.
it's, I
you
see
go.
how it's crept over the border without the wall that Trump hasn't built, and the Americans have basically stolen it.
Any other news, James? What's the vibe like in North Carolina at the moment?
It's fine. It's rolling along. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Snowing?
No snow. We've had really good weather. So we actually have a big belt of rain that came through today and through the rest of the week, which is like the remnants of a hurricane that was in the southeast. So, but no, we've had pretty warm weather. So it's like t-shirt and shorts.
Oh, that's good. Do you have good internet?
Yeah.
Because I see that the did you see?
What's your speed? Can you give us a little test?
Do you know what the speed is?
Speedtest.net.
It would be nice.
We're not on. So we have fiber that's available near us. It's just become available.
Oh, that's good.
But we haven't really needed it at this point. It's pretty good, and we got the hookup from our buddy Spencer with the
Ubiquity.
The Ubiquity little router device or whatever it is, and
great.
That's going well for us.
Well, there's because there's a new Sevs. Have you seen the new product that's launched by Tesla or whatever, the satellite stuff?
Oh yeah, so they're doing. It's actually SpaceX. So SpaceX, they're setting up satellites and creating a constellation of satellites to beam internet down to.
Josh Janssen.
And people are already using. No, people are already using it. So people in sort of the northern part of the US.
Yeah, I think it's quite affordable. Like it's not. I think it's less than $100 a month or whatever, and
it's $400.
$400 for the actual dish on your roof, and they're going to get 6,000 satellites in orbit, and they must have like maybe 500 or so in orbit now.
And that we're getting like 20 up and down, which is like if obviously it's better for regional. It's for regional areas.
So you could be remote. You could be in the center of Australia.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah.
But it's also quite like it's not great at the moment, obviously, because they've only got 500 instead of 6,000.
Well, they actually have satellite, like they actually have dropouts for 10 seconds. And they were saying that you can actually predict when it's going to drop out based on, you can go on a website where the satellites are. And so the thing with satellites, which I never really think about, but it's like you would actually need to have the satellite like above Australia. Like you need to have them all over the place, right? So it's like it is very geographic. It's not like TJ, they're like, oh, we've got the satellite now. We can just have it set up in the middle of Australia. They'll need to have one specifically for that. All right. Well, thanks, James.
Thanks, James.
Good job on the trivia. Catch ya.
Did I redeem our family?
I think we're probably.
I believe.
Yeah, I believe. I think we're probably set back.
Look, you're not known as the family that's great at trivia. Let's say that. But James Janssen is an outlier.
Yeah, we're not the trivia family, but we're not bad either. We have sort of a base understanding. Thanks, James. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
Appreciate it. Have fun, guys. Bye.
See you, mate.
James Janssen there. I feel like Kaz would be awesome at trivia. GB.
Well read.
No, I think she
doing a law degree.
She is. Every Saturday they do the quiz in the newspaper, and there's always big blow-ups.
All right. Well, come back next
week.
Sunday, and Kaz will be on the show, testing out George's family strength in the trivia realm.
We should actually do. I reckon, like the newspaper quizzes are so hard. The Saturday morning
you're not selling it.
Just wanted to.
I mean, yeah. Trivia as a segment hasn't been going very well, has it, the last couple of weeks?
Well, really, what's at stake is a family's
now,
name. That's why it's great. It's not that we're just doing trivia. Is the Janssens all right?
Any update on the acronym, Mace?
No, I haven't heard back from Mum yet.
No.
Can you storm into the room?
Meeting.
After
she might be on a meeting.
Blow up. What? WTF? Start throwing acronyms at her. She'll know what you mean.
She did mention it. Like I remember, like there were like a couple like very specific to like perhaps learning and development or whatever, or specifically Specsavers, and it's like, you know, store partners and all that sort of stuff have their own acronym, and you know,
SPs.
learning development officers, like all that sort of stuff.
Yes, GB.
Advertising acronym. OOH.
Out of home.
Yep, you've got it.
Out of home.
Out of home digital.
Do you know what that is? Out of home digital. Yeah,
out
billboards.
of home.
Yeah, billboards. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Lovely.
Actually, it only occurred to me that brand, that's what they'd be talking about.
Media.
Yeah.
Out of home media.
Point.
I never thought about that. I was always...
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, there you go. Well, this is... I never... you'd think you'd know, but RE, do you know what that stands for?
Regarding?
Religious education.
Referring to.
RE.
Oh.
Referring.
RE is referring to.
Regarding?
It's referring to.
When are you using RE?
RE.
When are you
like
using RE?
Regarding.
Like
regarding.
RE
regarding this last email.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was regarding.
Yeah.
Regarding my last...
Mate, I don't think that's right.
Well, this is on themuse.com.
Same meaning, really, isn't it? Referring to, regarding.
Referring to or regarding to.
I've always thought it was regarding.
Reference, real estate, regarding, reply. It would be good to do the daily talk show trivia night. It would be cool to go to a pub and do it live. Do a show.
Oh, yeah. All daily talk show questions or...
No, I think you just sort of... That would be pretty obnoxious, don't you think?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean we go as a team and do...
Yeah, no, I think we could do like
right.
we could do sort of...
I think you meant hosting one for the Gronks. Who's the biggest diehard?
Oh, that's a thing too.
Would you host it, Georgie boy? And Josh and I won't come. We'll come via Zoom because it's too awkward.
How's congratulations, GB, on 20 episodes of Hump Day Replay. It's a huge achievement.
A treat. I definitely can't.
Huge treat for you.
Well, I was trying to say achievement, but then I also was trying to press the applause button at the same time. And I've gotten very bad at doing two things at once.
Yeah, fair enough. Thank you. Well, I can't take all the credit. Obviously, Mason has been amazing, and I'd say we're a duo. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's been good. It's been fun.
So you want to put his face on the?
Oh no, not up to that level yet.
Absolutely not. No, not having any of it.
Got to earn it.
No. Still my IP. So.
What's been the highlight over the last 20 episodes? Anything that stands out to you? Or even big learnings? How have you grown, or what have you learned?
I've learnt heaps. I can't really. Just looking back and just like thinking back to those early episodes, how different, I guess, the mindset was going in. Like, it's just one of those things that you learn. I can't think about exact things that I've learnt, but it's just, you can tell that you've grown. And you go back and you go, oh, that's right. Had no idea what I was doing back then. Still don't have any idea, but
I know
you just feel a bit more. You feel a bit more comfortable somehow, and you feel like it's gotten funner and funner as it's gone on.
Oh, good.
And it's it's just been. I don't know what I've learnt.
You took something that's quite nice to be like, I actually don't give a fuck about this.
You really wrapped it up.
I love it. Appreciate it.
What about Sebs? What have you learnt about the Hump Day Replay and about yourself doing Hump Day Replay with GB?
Just quickly, GB, like from the outside, like definitely like being more curious and having the confidence to like jump in and lead the conversation, all that sort of stuff. Like, I think you've really like gained a skill there, and just every week you're able to do it. So that's pretty cool. What have
Likewise.
I learned? No, thanks, mate.
It's hard to think of like what you've actually learnt. Like, it's just one of those things that you've gone.
20 episodes was great. It's now done.
Yeah. No, I think
I haven't learned anything.
I think. Go on.
No, I was about to say, just being able to form a show or have like a rough, like, we went from having a run sheet which was filled out with all the word for word questions, and then being able to go from that to, a couple of dot points of the topics we're going to talk about and like a question for each, and then just being able to be curious and ask questions and sort of chat to people and have banter throughout that. Like, I think that I never thought, and I thought I'd always run out of questions and not know what to say next and all that sort of stuff. But I think,
and just generally being present as well, like, that's something that we've gotten better at, I reckon.
When you throw yourself in the deep end, like, and you have like little, like you're not reading word for word what your questions are. It forces you to be present and pay attention and actually be curious and ask questions. Which, I thought I'd always be that run sheet guy, just hitting the list of questions.
Yeah. And another thing is just like how generous all the guests have been, like just giving us, like especially Brad Blanks the other day. You know, he's just there for you, and he's just giving you everything. And he's so nice and so supportive. And like, I've found that with every single person that's been on the show.
$6,000.
Yeah, that's
what we paid. $6,000 for
and also we paid for his hotel. He actually needed to stay at a hotel for some reason. His internet wasn't great.
But it's and like Jack, you know, Jack's been really supportive. It's like it's taught me to I guess if someone asks for something, like just give it to them and be there for them, you know.
No 10 grand, GB, 10
no
grand.
boundaries.
$6,000. Just give it to me.
That didn't come out right.
George at thedailytalkshow.com if you've got any requests, anything that you want.
He'll give it to you, whatever.
Yeah, if you want to have bar mitzvahs, well, whatever it is, he'll cut up a nice video.
No, it's not true. But yeah, I've like processes, like learning, you know, I think Hump Day Replay, the format has been the perfect kind of stepping stone into this idea of podcasting for me, because it's like you're using content, like it's Daily Talk Show is giving us content to talk about rather than having a blank slate. And then I feel like less and less now, 20 eps in, it's actually been like less a recap show and more about the guest and just everyone chatting, and we use the content to get to those talking points. That's sort of the main
stimulus
thing.
yeah
It's great.
So
if we're looking for a news.com.au article headline, any blow-ups between you and Sevs, internal, that you haven't voiced? I feel like you guys would blow up at each other and not mention it.
No, we're
blow up free,
aren't we? We haven't had
see you, Georgie boy.
No, we're blow up free, aren't we, GB?
How do you do it?
It's one a week. That's why you do it every day.
I mean, it's not in your character, Sevs. I actually couldn't imagine you blowing up unless it's about peanut butter.
Yeah.
I could imagine you blowing up.
Speaking of peanut butter, how good's this? Mavers is half price at Coles, and Pic's peanut butter is half price at Woolies. So go stock up.
Something for everybody.
Talking groceries, Bree bought one of those like taco pack things a while ago.
Taco kit,
taco kit sort of thing, made with tortillas in it. And this morning I was making breakfast. I haven't made breakfast in weeks. I was thinking, should I get an acai? But like I had an Uber Eats something, but I just felt like I needed something. Normally I have a coffee, but Bree's on a shoot today. And so I was like, okay, I've got to go get a coffee. And then I just wigged out. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get a coffee. Will I get something delivered? And then I was looking at acai bowls. I'm like, I can't be fucked with dealing with a coffee spilt on an acai bowl or things like that. So I decided to make something. I got the little bacon, cut up the onion, put it in a pan, got black beans, put the black beans in, went to get the eggs, and then realised that both cartons of eggs expired in October.
Oh, no.
And so I had so I couldn't use the eggs. So then I got what was the dinner taco pack kit, and I used the kit and made tacos, but I ate 5 tortillas and it's too much.
What was in them?
The black beans. Like I just put the black beans and all that sort of thing. It was all right, but it's just...
Is this still leftover black beans from your hoarding?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, mate, there's a lot.
Yeah, I've still got about 15 cans.
The eggs didn't make it.
Yeah, the eggs, annoyingly. Yeah, that's really... We do have a bit of a thing at our place of just like keeping shit in the fridge way too long. You just need to get rid of it, you know?
Well, I mean, you've still got those muscle meals from months ago in the freezer.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm going to go have one.
Are you having muscle meals?
Nah, there's just Sevs, if you were into this stuff, I think you'd be trying to promote it every time you can. $4.50 for a core fitness. They're like a core. I think the company's called.
It's a
Core
meal
Fitness or something like that. It's like it's a pre-made meal frozen. It's usually $9, and it's like they're the big savings at $4.50. It's reasonable. I would buy them all the time at $4.50. I just never buy them at $9, and I always look for them on special. And they go on.
Can we trust the qual of the ingredients?
Yeah, they are good. I've had a bunch of them. I don't think they're up there with the muscle meal type. They're next level.
It's amazing when you notice quality difference. I'm trying a different one at the moment, and it's premium economy at best in regard like it's missing something. The chicken feels like, I don't know, you know that the chicken's gone through a lot. You want to taste something and be like, this chicken's gone through a lot. Like a lot of feels like it's traveled. It's being frozen, unfrozen, sliced and diced, and
a bit like that chicken in the office the other day, Tommy. Have you spoken?
Oh God! I just
from what Tommy described, it sounded like that chicken had just died by the smell of it.
No,
it's delicious.
No, it smells. The thing about walking into a workplace that has had fresh food cooked and it's there, like, it's not that it smells bad. It's context. It's like cinema and cooked chook. Do they go together? Absolutely not. No. Podcast studio and chook. Cooked chook? Absolutely not. Top floor office area, sort of near the outdoor area. Yeah. There's
I will say our office isn't great for food.
Is it the
food
carpet
situation? No, it's just the whole thing. It's not very that's the word, conducive. Like it's just not conducive.
Mm-hmm. And we don't have a lot of great food places around. That's always been my criticism,
There is. It's the middle floor. It's got little ventilation sieves. Top floor, chance to open it up. You could just open up both double doors and you're good. But anyway, no cooked chooks. It's like a cooked chook on the tram. Mm-hmm. You're an absolute gronk if you're getting stuck into it.
Oh, you're a loose unit. If you're eating on anything outside of a muesli bar, a bliss ball, or a banana on the tram, you're a loose unit.
A banana? You'd be eating a banana on the tram?
I'd eat a banana on the tram.
See, that's next level. That's like, don't you think it's quite erotic, pulling back the skin? And
would you eat a mandarin?
I wouldn't.
Mandarin?
Nah.
Mandarin?
No.
What about?
So the problem is,
mandarin?
I reckon the mandarin probably the throw of its scent is probably too strong, and the other
beautiful smell.
Some people don't like it.
So it's all context, Josh.
Name one person that doesn't like the smell of sort of citrus.
Someone at my high school didn't like it. I had to move away when I was eating it because they were just
they were like it's because you eat that thing like you just discovered.
It's pretty.
Go round two.
That's why you don't have apples on the tram for that reason.
So apples aren't okay.
No, but I would say like
there should
banana.
Be a list of places and appropriate foods. That'd be quite funny.
And you can't do it on a packed tram either. It has to be like, if you're standing next to someone pulling out a banana and eating it while
I don't think you can eat at all.
No, you're not
in public transport at the moment because you're going to have to take your mask down.
Oh, you're not allowed to eat full stop. You're never allowed to eat on trams.
Yeah, Gronks do it. That's what happens. That's why they are Gronks.
All right, everyone. I've got to get finishing of the Screenplay Sunday script today, joined by Julian Haig and also Magpie Tommy Jackett has a role in the.
I'll just say it is the most overly happy, good energied magpie you'd ever meet.
Okay, don't go too hard because it'll piss me off.
Look, you can't fucking win. You can't win.
It's a Daily Talk Show. Have a good one, guys.
You can't kill someone twice. Double jeopardy, mate. I'm already dead.
Right, have a good one. Bye-bye.
See ya.